1 2 we here. DJ Booth. You know what it is, man. We conversing. A rapper interviewing a rapper. You know how we doing it, man. You know me and Skyzoo. And of course, you know the homie.
Slim Jesus in the cut.
Slim Jesus in the cut one time. So we're going to kick it. With the music, before you started rhyming, I guess, who was you listening to that made you say, yo, you know what, I want to get this a shot? Who was you a fan of, or the people you came up on, you know?
Way back in like 10th grade when I first started recording, one of my biggest influences was actually Mac Miller. That dude's dope.
Yeah, Mac's the homie, absolutely.
And then in the last couple years, like, you know, the end of my high school years, I was listening to like a lot of like drill music, a lot of Chicago-based stuff.
Absolutely.
So I got real into that movement, and I'd say like Keith, Herb, like Bibby, they were some big like inspirations. Yeah, shout out. Jay was cool. Like, yeah.
Absolutely. Give me, if you can, your top 5, your personal top 5 MCs. Not, and I just want to put a disclaimer, not what the world may say is top 5s. You know, for me, mine is a certain 5. Yours is a certain 5. The next guy, cameraman. So your personal top 5, regardless of what anybody thinks. Yeah. Slim Jesus top 5.
No order though on this, because I don't.
Absolutely, yeah. It's better to do
like,
it that way.
Mac, definitely Mac Miller is in there. Chief Keef is absolutely in there.
Okay.
Lil B's a legend. That dude's got number love. I love that dude.
Okay.
Wayne is a genius. I respect Wayne.
Okay.
And let's see who we don't throw in top 5. The game's dope. Yeah, he's been dope for a really long time. That dude's dope.
I think that was a curveball for people.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Oh yeah. After that little interview.
Yeah. Well,
I respected that.
Not
interview.
even. Yeah. But not even that. But I think just maybe generation-wise.
I grew up on rap, so like.
Right.
Yeah, when I was growing up, it was like 50 Game, Eminem, like Ludacris, T.I. Like it was,
Yeah.
I grew up on that stuff.
That sounds like 04, 05.
Jeezy.
That good era. Yeah, absolutely. I saw something online where you spoke about, I think it was how you said it was corny of white people to use the N-word.
Yeah.
I want to get into that because me, as an MC and as a black man, I don't use the N-word at all, and that's a super rarity. I'm maybe the only black rapper who doesn't use the N-word ever. You know what I'm saying? It's a super rarity. So when I saw that, I was like, that's got to be respected, and you got to tip your hat to that somebody so young can understand and see the knowledge of that. So I definitely want to get into that and your views on that and what makes you feel that way.
I mean, I just think it sounds corny. Like, personally, I don't use it in my free time, whatever, music, whatever, anything at all. I don't say it.
Right.
And I stay out of other people's business. Like, if you say it and you get punched, that's on you, whatever, that's you.
Right.
But I just think it sounds stupid. Like, you don't, I don't know, you sound corny.
Right. No, I dig it. And I feel the same way. And it's dope. Like I said, you don't get many people that come out and say that and feel that way, or at least speak on that, even if they do feel that way. So that's definitely commendable.
Yeah, I'll tell somebody, like, one of my friends says it, I'll be like, dude, you sound dumb. Stop.
That's
like,
dope. That's definitely dope. How do you feel as far as fans or even just viewers at home who don't look like you, who are the opposite? How do you feel as far as, hip-hop being a culture that is transcended and, we all come in, different backgrounds, different economical standards, different shades, whatever it is, but we're all here for hip-hop. But hip-hop started as a black culture. How do you feel as far as the people who look at hip-hop and say, well, this is our culture or whatever it may be, myself included, and who may look at you and say, well, he's a guy who isn't like us and it seems like he's doing something along our line, and they may or may not feel away. Like, how do you, as somebody who's in hip-hop now, how do you feel?
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm trying to steal culture in any way. I just, like, I've grown up in rap music, and I've, this is all I've ever listened to, and I have a passion for it, so I make music. Like, I got nothing but respect for, the culture, and I just make music. I make dope music, and if you like it, that's cool. If you don't, whatever. Like, that's what I do.
So being that you just knowing your generation and your era, you definitely were born within hip-hop.
Oh,
when hip-hop was moving by the time you got here. So are there any artists like that you look back and say, I wasn't here when that guy was making music, but I'm a fan of that? Are there any kind of quote-unquote old-school guys that you're into and get influenced from?
Yeah, definitely, like, big ones that would have influenced, like, long-term was, like, 50, shout out 50, Game, like, Wayne's a big one. Like, I listened to a lot of Wayne back then.
Right.
And so, yeah, it was, like, they were big influences.
Okay, yeah. Even older, like, are you hip to, and if you're not, it's all good, because I know it's a generation and an age gap and everything, but are you hip to, obviously, the Wu era and the Biggie era, and, did you get anything from that, or even the Snoop and Dre eras, and influence-wise, or even just being a fan? Did any of that ever play a part in you with your music?
I mean, on the Dre thing, definitely, like, Ice Cube was a big one from, like, back then.
Absolutely.
The Wu, school, I've never really like I'm not gonna lie, I've never really like gotten all the way into it. But one of my homies used to bump it a lot, and it was yeah, they definitely made some dope music.
Right.
And as far as like old stuff, like NWA, I already said Ice Cube, but they were dope.
Absolutely. 10 years from now, where you think you're sitting? Where you at? What's it looking like?
Hopefully in a nice house somewhere with a studio in it, recording. I love music.
Nice.
That's what I love making music. So
absolutely. And if this wasn't something that you could be lucrative off of, if this wasn't something that, you know, the fame, the money, whatever it is, that wouldn't be available, is making music something that would still stand?
Oh yeah, I used to tell people that in high school, and they were like, "Why aren't you going to college?" And I'm like, "Cause I'm like, I'll work a normal job all my life if I had to, but I'm gonna make music on the side. Like I'm gonna try to get into, you know, something doing music, cause I loved music. That was always what I was gonna do." And
I think that's what it all comes down to. I tell people every day, if you would still do this, regardless of if you were making money off it or not, if you won the lotto for 100 million or whatever it is today, would you still make music? Then that shows you where your heart and your mind is at when it comes to this.
Yeah.
So absolutely.
With $0, I'd still be making music.
Right. Absolutely. Salute, man. Know what it is? DJ Booth, Skyzoo, Slim Jesus.
In the cut.
One time.